This is going to sound really familiar. Start by reading the problem and making sure you really understand the problem. Remember, the AP-CSA test is as much a reading test as it is a test about Java. So as I read the problem, I realize that I'm going to create an array list, and then I'm going to add some strings to that array list, so that array list is going to be an array list of strings. It's going to store 9 different strings. And then I'm going to create an iterator that outputs to the console the original string and then the expected result, as well as the result from running that scrambled word method. So when I look at it, I see the first output is the output I get from running, or the solution from part A. And then for part B, it's the original word, results with the little arrow, and then the new results when it runs it through that word, that scramble word method. Okay, so let's start coding this solution up. The first thing for part B is I have to add the 2 new variables. So I'm going to add the string E8, and that's going to be set to E8 is set to the rock group ABBA. I'm going to take a chance on that. And then the string E9 is going to be set to our favorite test, the ACT. So I have the ACT and I have ABBA. The next thing I'm going to do is create an array list. Now what's cool about creating an array list is I'm going to be providing you a guide that you're going to be able to use that will give you the syntax, this exact syntax actually, so that you know, you don't have to memorize this syntax, you just have to know how to use it and apply it to your specific problem. So I've now created an array list of strings, and I've named that array list words based on the directive here to call it words. So now I have to load it up. So I'm going to take the array list words, I'm going to add in E1, and then I'm going to do the same thing for E2. I'm going to do the same thing for E3, and I'm already getting bored. So I'm going to use the power of copy and paste, something you can't do when you handwrite code. I like this new test. And I'm going to need to do that twice. I'm going to just fix up formatting because I'm OCD. And then we're going to say P4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So all the different elements of this array list words are going to be loaded. I loaded them one at a time. When I run that, I'm just going to see if I had any errors. And as you can see, I didn't have any errors. Everything worked. No typos. Now the next challenge I have is the biggest challenge of this section, and that's writing the iterator. Now to write the iterator, this is a great use case for an enhanced for loop. So I'm going to try to load a word. I'm just going to call it string W, and I'm going to get that from the array list words. The way this enhanced for loop works is that this right here, after this, the colon, is going to be the object, and this is going to load the elements one at a time. Since words is a string type, it's going to load each of the words into W one at a time until it's gone through the entire list. So now I have to do that system out. And the way the system out works is first I'm going to get the word, then I'm going to type that word results, and then this little dashy thing, and then I got to call the method. The method is called scrambled word, and it's going to call scrambled word to the current string W, and it's going to run through hopefully that whole list and output it one after the other. Now let's take a look and see if I've written this code correctly. When we run it, boom, I get the correct expected results. So I expect TNA, I get TNA. Let's look at my bottom one. It went from ABBA to BABA, and it went from ACT to CAT. Perfect. So This is the final FRQ that I'm going to give you. Remember, when you get them both done and you submit to me, if I don't notice it, feel free to email me so I can send you your very cool, well-prepared Appendix A combined with the solutions from these different problem sets or these different free response practice problems on the back of them, so they're easy for you to use as you take your big AP-CSA free response question exam. Good luck, everyone.